Hello, my name is Lauren Wilson, and this is my lab report for Lab 1 of Physics 2212, Charge Tapes. In this lab, we looked at two pieces of clear charged tape, and we're able to observe the electronic interactions between each piece and then calculate the electric force from one to the other and estimate the excess charge due to the transfer of electrons. The fundamental principles that we explored in this lab were Newton's second and third law, as well as Coulomb's law. And the results are as shown on the screen. The U-tapes had the same positive charge, causing them to repel one another. And as you can see, we calculated the charge on the tape and the amount of excess charge. Some observations that we recorded before the actual experiment were that we had a piece of the charged tape dangle and then observed interactions between positively charged objects, such as a hand or a positively charged pen. And because of the attractive forces present, we're able to conclude that the tape itself is negatively charged. The basic procedure of the experiment is shown on screen, and some of the assumptions that we utilized in this experiment and in drawing some of our conclusions were that one, we had to ignore air resistance on the moving object. Two, assume that each tape had the same net charge. And three, treat each tape as if all its charge were located at a single point at the center of the tape, quite like a point charge. So this is some of the data and measurement that I recorded, just the length, width, and distance between the two tape pieces. And from these values, we're able to derive other ones, such as the weight of the tape due to gravity, the surface area, and from that, the total number of atoms on an individual piece of tape. Now, from those values, we were able to calculate the force on tape B from tape A. And we're able to calculate that it was equal and opposite to the force due to gravity, and as shown on the screen. And utilizing Coulomb's law and Coulomb's equation, we're able to calculate the charge on the tape. And from that, the number of excess electrons on the tape from the transfer of charge and the overall ratio of excess electrons to atoms, as shown. This is my glow script model, basically modeling it in a perfect field. The red and blue represent the two pieces of tape with the negative charge. The orange vector is the electric field vector, while the purple vector represents the force vector from the blue particle. And as you can see, because the particle is negatively charged, the force vector and the electric field vector are in opposite directions. And my calculated number of excess electrons and charge of the tape line up with my calculations in real life. Now, some just conceptual questions to consider. What if electrons had a positive charge where protons had a negative charge? Would that change anything about the observations you made with your tapes and other charged objects? No, actually. Even though the charges would be swapped, the electric interactions would be identical to the eye. Like charges would repel, while opposite charges would attract. And why is it important to handle the charge tapes as little as possible? What happens to the charge tapes when they come into contact with your hands or other objects? So in this case, it would have a neutralizing effect where there would be a transfer of electrons and therefore lead to incorrect experimental data, as it would have a lesser charge. All right, that is my lab report. Thank you so much for watching.